Peep this one, or should I say peep this word of mouth. We back with some relationship stuff, and I know you guys are ready, so we got some things we're gonna speak about.
Before you go, I think this want to be a nice Valentine's Day segment.
We're not wearing red, we're wearing blue.
Listen, man, because all of you guys are feeling blue because you got left out, and that's why you need to watch Peep This One.
Peep this one.
Let me stop.
Ding, 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 ding. Listen, so I was on Instagram.
You spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, looking through some of our comments, looking through some of our DMs.
The racist ones?
No, nah.
All right, just curious.
I don't, but these DMs were very interesting, and this topic came up. Understanding partners and the patterns that they display. So I came up with this topic saying, are you still eating leftovers?
In love.
In love. So do you understand the patterns with the partner you're choosing? And what would be some advice that you would give if a person kept telling you, I keep on picking these people and they aren't it?
Man, if you don't stop with this nonsense about everybody else is the problem and you don't know why you can't find a good person, I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm tired of hearing that, watching it. I'll give you just a simple example.
Talk to me.
Everybody knows Pop the Balloon at this point. We all know Pop the Balloon. How many times have you seen maybe even a clip? We like to watch, because it's usually the women, them get a decent guy or whatever guy immediately just based off of looks alone, don't even let them speak. But then they keep getting shown men. More than likely, out of all the men that they've seen, probably one of them was decent enough. I'm just shooting numbers. But they wouldn't know because they don't have the right tools to choose a proper partner. Same with guys. Guys do the same thing. You try and get you a baddie. You try and get somebody with emotional issues, somebody with a temper tantrum, somebody that don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean, don't know how to take care of themselves, no financial education, no regular education, but you want to get with them because they a baddie.
And daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
Mommy issues.
You can't even take care of yourself, but you're trying to procreate with them. People don't know how to choose. They're the problem.
Yeah, because if we're being real, after some time, first one you can say is a mistake. Second one, you got to start looking, but when it keeps on happening after the second, you got to look inside and start looking like, what is it in me that I got to change in order why I keep on attracting this energy, this person, these friends, these relationships?
I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
If every time you went outside, for some reason or whatever, you always lose $3, you come back like, every time I go outside, why do I lose $3? I don't know. It just keeps on happening. What are you going to do?
Check my pockets
and
see if there's holes in them.
You're trying to figure out where you're falling short. What are you doing that's causing you to lose $3? What are you doing that is causing you to lose out on these opportunities? Why don't we apply that same logic when it comes to picking partners?
Right.
Just asking.
No, and another thing that I wonder is, speaking on eating leftovers, right? Reason why I labeled it that, because sometimes leftovers taste good after
everything tastes better with nostalgia. I said it before. Everything tastes better with nostalgia.
Tastes good day 2, but day 5, day 7 might have a little mold. You know what I mean? Depending on how you cooked it, how long you left it outside. So one of the things that I think is an issue, and I want you to elaborate on, I don't believe people carry a fresh, clean plate into each new relationship. Instead, they're bringing the leftovers. They're bringing the past person with them. They're already signing, seal, and delivering how you're going to be without how giving this new person, male or female, a shot. So can you elaborate a little bit more? What would you tell somebody about starting a new relationship and leaving their past in the past? Leave the leftovers behind?
Well, the first problem is that people sometimes jump into new relationships while they're still not recovered from the old relationship because they don't want to be by themselves. They haven't learned how to be by themselves because you'll come to realize when you're by yourself, I'm really not that great a person to be with. So rather be with somebody else.
Damn, I don't enjoy my own company.
That's why people jump into relationships very often, both men and women, everything in between and outside. Second of all, I kind of do believe that everybody will always bring their previous relationship, if they have one, into the new relationship, because your previous relationship makes you who you are now. The caveat is you need to be in a mind state of, I'm not going to let that negatively affect my new relationship. The reason why you hear all these alpha men and all these red pillars and MGTOWs talking about, oh, women this and women that, is because they haven't done the work to heal themselves to find a proper good woman for them. They're not a good enough man because they haven't let go and grown from their past relationships. They're still eating these leftovers of pain and misery. How do I deserve to be happy if all I want to chow down on is pain and misery? Because it's junk food, it's easy to consume, and it gives me a reason to not try. That's just my opinion. You're free to disagree with me in the comments. Please come for me in the comments. I would love the challenge.
No, it's real, because when you think about it, when you bring, like, let's say your leftovers after a few days old, like, it's not the fresh, it's not the one that is the healthy portion of who you are, right? Like, I've learned from this relationship, I'm ready to bring a fresh plate. Yes, I liked oxtail with the mac and cheese, but that's been in the fridge forever. Let me make a new plate.
But that takes work, that takes effort.
And a lot of people are afraid to do the work. A lot of people are afraid to put the energy in their whole heart. Like, I had a conversation with you. Sometimes we're not real with ourselves.
It's hard.
Sometimes we don't want to let the other person down. So we bring in old baggage, and then when we see it in this person, instead of addressing it, we what we call, like, spill out on this person. Make a whole mess on the table.
You bleed your trauma on the other people. You bleed your past on the other people, but they're innocent. And also, why would somebody who doesn't know you, don't got no beef with you, want to deal with you when the first thing that you give to them is problems? Who wants to deal with that?
Right.
I'm trying to be happy, not miserable with you. You know, you seem like a good enough person to be with.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
But I will still stand by that we will all have something of our past to bring with us into the future. You just got to learn to self-regulate.
So speaking of that self-regulating, why do we bring past mementos into new relationships?
Now you're playing a little bit on, that's not that simple.
On the fence? Am I being a little too dicey?
It's not, it can go both ways, because what's wrong with having forget-me-nots about a past relationship where you had a good moment in a past relationship? It doesn't mean you want to be with them, but it's a memory from a nice experience. Is that wrong to have?
And I don't think that that's wrong if it doesn't impact the relationship now. Like for example, before you continue, I like how she used to do this. And every time you have these memories,
that's wrong.
Now you're a girl or a guy, don't do it the way that person do it, and guess what? You're thinking about the mementos.
Nah, that's a different story. I thought you were talking about.
Clean my plate, baby.
I thought you was talking about a different type of tangibles, but you talking about, like, oh, my new girl, she doesn't work my thing the way that my old girlfriend did.
She doesn't cook for me like that.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, as a man, if a shorty said, oh, well, my old guy used to, well, then go back to him. I ain't him.
You ain't him?
But
you are him. Just not him.
But it's the same way. If I say to my partner, oh, my old flame used to do this, you know, she looked at me and said, then go be with her.
And I think what needs to be done is some spring cleaning. Like, I think sometimes, like you said, we jump into relationships too quickly. We don't do the healing process. We don't seek therapy. Efficient used to love talking about therapy. We don't seek therapy. Shout out to Efficient. We don't seek therapy, and we're not doing the necessary process. So every relationship we bring in all this past luggage, all this past laundry bags. It's like, come on. And you filling up a house clutter.
I still got to challenge it a little bit because this is just the reality, though.
What is it?
Who teaches us these things? Because Lloyd Banks said, I know ladies that got babies with babies. You got fathers that aren't teaching these proper things. They weren't taught these things. Where are we going to get these skills from? I'm asking now.
No, and I feel like you can give grace to a certain extent at a certain age, at a certain level in your life. After a while, stuff keep looking the same.
It's your responsibility once you're an adult.
I feel like eventually.
You're right.
Like, yes, we weren't given the greatest financial gains from our family, but me and you are making something out of it.
Once you become an adult, it's your own.
We're no longer following the mindset. Some of the great qualities we keep, some we don't. I feel like in relationships, you do the same. After a while, that woe is me is on you.
Nobody wants to hear an excuse.
Like after a while, I get tired of, if you keep picking it, then you got to question why. And then you got to look inside and see, damn, you know, who, what, where, why, how? Start asking yourself these questions. Where did this start? How can I get rid of it?
I also think,
where to begin? Go ahead.
I think that sometimes with people picking leftovers, it's harder to pick somebody new and do something fresh because it requires you to look inward, and it really requires you to say that I'm the problem. Because like with many things in this world, unfortunately, a lot of it is our own choice. I had to figure that out in therapy. It's like, at what point am I the cause of my pain? At what point is like, oh, you could talk about this and talk about that, but at what point do you be like, well, that's really your fault. You chose to do that. You chose to be around that person. You chose to be with that person.
Why didn't you leave when you had the chance? I know it's not always easy, but sometimes there is the why for you. Like, you got to question yourself, really dig deep.
And I want to talk to guys about that specifically because
for real,
there are so many men out there that they know that this isn't the person that they want to be with forever, but they enjoy the sex or they enjoy the benefits of being with them. And then when they end up with them, having a child, they're unhappy. And
didn't we have this conversation not too long ago? So it is real. And I feel like, shout out, this is one of those things where it's not necessarily Men's Health Month, but we really got to address these men. Yeah. I feel like we have to know when to leave, when it's to stay, when to clean up our mess, stop effing around, stop acting in a certain way, and if you can't, then leave that person alone. It's okay to do that
mental spring cleaning.
Yeah, it's okay to do the mental spring clean, but it's also good to just be like, I am not ready for this. I have to remove myself.
I still think that most people will need an example of that, or they will need to see that before they
This ain't the Cosby's dog.
You right. You don't always get the happy ending, and you don't always get get it the way that you want.
And sometimes you gotta figure that out.
You right.
Cause what an example might look like, you not even like that. So how you gonna use that example for you? Yes, I would say try to find one. I agree with you.
It's idealistic.
How real is that gonna be?
It's very idealistic.
Try to be a millionaire. I've seen a bunch, you know?
Listen, you can hang around with a bunch of happy people and happy marriages. It doesn't guarantee you be happy. You can hang around with rich people all day. It doesn't guarantee you'll be rich. It's the onus to you to learn how to
do it.
I think that people eating these leftovers, it's just so much easy to consume nowadays. It's easy to watch on the TV. You know, you even got the Breakfast Club talking about all these stupid relationship issues and nonsense nowadays. So it just gets thrown back at you constantly. It helps us, not helps us, it causes us to replicate these bad decisions.
So my last question would be, how, and this is where...
Shout out to Breakfast Club. I like watching it.
Yeah, me too. Continue. And I want you to look at the camera, because this is the part where I want you to give some advice.
You want me to give advice?
Yeah, because I'm going to do it too, but I want your opinion on this. How to deal with, and this is the last question she sent, how to deal with the past in order to give your future a fighting chance.
How to deal with the past to give your future a fighting chance?
And of course, relationship-wise.
Yeah, of course, definitely not talking about taxes. Imagine.
Don't pay ish. No, stop.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Illuminati supports paying taxes. What I would say, the first thing that you need to do is you really need to ask yourself, what is holding you back from being happy with that person? More times than not, you'll figure out that it's something in your past. You'll figure out it's a habit that you have. It could be, more times than not, it's fear. Just gonna be flat out, you're afraid. You're afraid to be happy because happiness takes work. You're afraid to be happy because happiness means being vulnerable. I can't tell you all the tools and all the methods to get there, but what I can tell you to do is to ask yourself, am I afraid to be with this person? Am I afraid to be happy? And if you can pinpoint that incidence of you being afraid, that's the first step to recognizing, then that's where I need to attack the issue. Pinpoint your fear.
Well said. Gave me the ones here.
Listen, I'm just giving y'all free therapy advice. That's what I learned to do. I'm just being real.
But one thing I would say, and as we're wrapping it up, you have to address the issues that you faced in the past with yourself. You also have to address the issues that you might have seen in your partner. See what you like. First, you have to do a self-evaluation, bro. See what you like, sis. See what you like, bro. Know what you want in reality and know what you provide in reality. Because a lot of people, let's be real, we watch you. A lot of people want these ridiculous things and can't even provide simple things like, helping out with bills, cleaning, cooking. But yet you want her to be America's next top model. So first address these things. Look at your list. Look at where your areas are that you need to improve. Start decluttering your past, meaning if there's certain issues you need to let go, you let go. What sense does it make to bring something that is toxic into something new? You ever seen dirty water? Add that to fresh water and try to drink it. So let's start addressing those issues before wanting a next relationship. That baddie can wait. That gentleman could wait. Because if you got the gentleman, you got the beautiful soul, you got the beautiful lady, you probably wouldn't even know what to do with it because you didn't address your past. You have to address your past in order to make your future work. You save now to be rich later. Same concept with relationship. You do things now so that later on in the future, you can present yourself as a proper person to that person that you're in love. Just saying. So, with that being said, we haven't done this in a while, and I'm just saying, we've been stuck at like 1278 for like forever. And I'm getting tired. Like, they need to like. And you need to subscribe. And you need to write in our notification. The notification bell, you need to click that. And you need to make sure that it has a little ring thing on the side of it that you see all our videos, right? We're going to do a giveaway soon, but you got to like our stuff.
What we giving away?
Yo, we might give away a couple dollars and a Peep the Swamp shirt.
Yeah, a couple dollars. That's it. That's all you get.
$5. No.
That's all you get.
No, but
you get this free advice in $5.
I need you to start following. Run that up. Run our view count up.
Yeah, watch past 5 minutes.
Watch past an hour.
Remember, people, all this free relationship advice. You can't be a millionaire if you want to stick on that $5,000.
Facts. So hi, my name is Maciah, and I'm here with Wise.
Illuminati.
Will you join us?